Hello, everybody. Good evening. Welcome to the stream. It's me, Digi. Surprise. 10:57 p.m. Eastern Time on a Thursday night. Not my usual streaming fare, especially not me being talky. I'm usually trying to be doing scenery dev and the like, but at the same time, I am in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Actually, I'm in FS2024, and believe it or not, I'm actually going to climb this little Robin 100 in the Kenmore Air livery. I am on the ground at a scenery I made once upon a time for FS 2024, and I am interested in doing a little bit of fly time tonight, see where we wind up. Don't exactly know which way to go or where to go. I'm probably going to wind up going north of here. We're at a private airport called Pointers Airport, 6 Oscar Romeo 1. And we are in Oregon. Oregon? Yes, this is Oregon. North of Oregon is Washington. So we are south of the Columbia River. Off to I'd say, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock is the Dallas. It's another municipal regional airport. Probably not going to go there. I think I'm just going to go ahead and explore for a little while, catch up with you guys or whoever else wants to join in, and I am going to hop into this little bird and we're going to get going. So, welcome friends. I hope you're having a good night. And if you're not and you're just looking for somebody to listen to or somewhere to stick your feet up for the night, welcome. Happy to have you aboard. I am a flight sim streamer. I am a airport scenery dev creator, and I am a Christian streamer. I pray God's blessing over you and that you get a chance to rest this evening. Wishing you well. Welcome aboard. So, give me a few moments just to make sure that I get my stuff settled here. And let me close one or two other apps that I had open just to make sure I get a little bit of performance back. Theoretically, this should be all I need to do at this time. All right, great. So, how do I do the thing? Probably by taking off some of these clips and whatnot. Inspecting the wing surfaces, all that stuff. That's a pretty bright light, whatever that is. Taking the chocks off. Taking the engine intake cover off. Funny story, I tried to start the Dakota one day and I couldn't figure out why I didn't want to start. And then basically what I figured out was that the the engine cover actually was still on, so basically I wasn't able to start the engine up because I was starving it of oxygen. But such is life. Now, let me... Is it this side that opens up? Where's the door in this thing? Or is it on top? Do I have to climb up here? I think the handle's there on purpose, but I thought there was like a door jamb or something. Ah, here we go. Is that it? There we go. Wonderful. So we are in the cabin and it is now closed up. I've never flown the Robin before, so I guess we're gonna have a little bit of fun and figure out what's up. So let's see. That would be the ELT turning on, which we don't want to do. Battery and alternator. And pitot, anti-collision navigation lights. We have mixture. We have throttle. And we have a fuel pump, I believe. There is the magneto setting. I think I'm gonna cheat a little bit and get some assists. Not assists, but excuse me. I'm gonna get some flight interface. I'll do delayed instrument tooltips. That way they won't pop up immediately. That's the parking brake. This is the fuel selector, right? So I think it's just left and right or off and on, but we'll see. And do these actually do anything? I don't think so. Code detector. Oh, CO detector, carbon monoxide detector. And hot air entry, radio. So radio lighting brightness and lighting brightness, glare shield. Glare shield probably won't need it, but I do like my cabin lighting on. Avionics master and squelch, crew volume. This is the transponder code, and that's COM1 volume, transponder. Right, that's altitude reporting, and I think we're okay. I don't think I'm going to be getting into using the radios much today. I'm just going to go ahead and enjoy it. So, let's see, where's the throttle? Oh, throttle was in front of me. Duh. Let's give it a touch of throttle, and then let's go ahead and see if we can start this bird up. If we can. Where is the push button start? Is it this? That's the fuel pump. So if that's the fuel pump and that's the mixture and it's the parking brake, think for a little bit, Digi. Where is your starter? ELT is there. Where is the thing? Hot air entry. That's anti-ice. So I can't be that far off. I literally cannot be that far off. That is annunciator lights. Where is the actual start switch for this thing? Can't see it. I mean, I could be wrong. I'm guessing it's the fuel gauge. If the anti-ice is there, where would I be if I was a start switch? In the middle? That's pitch trim. Oh, that's flaps. Okay, so flaps is there. It's kind of funny, but can't find it. So, not going to mess around with it too much more. I'm just going to go ahead and see if I can just hit the good old Control E. So that actually is the fuel pump position. That's interesting. Yeah, I kind of find that odd. I still can't find where the engine start was. Hmm. Oh well. Okay, let's get some pitot heat, nav and anti-collision lights, taxi lights, and landing lights. And then we're going to go for a little flight. Okay. So again, this is 6 Oscar Romeo 1. This is Pointers Airport. It's an old FS2020 scenery that works surprisingly well in FS2024, including the artificial patches of grass that I snuck in to cover over old satellite imagery. Not going to worry too much about winds because this is a slow plane. And I'm going to release the parking brake. Actually, let's see, hold on. The winds are coming from the opposite direction. Well, might as well make this interesting, right? I shouldn't need too much runway. I don't think. Oopsies. Cut down some fence while I'm at it. Fortunately, it's not collision detecting, otherwise that would have been us. But welcome. Don't know if I want to go down the hill, though. Oh, don't have a choice now. Actually, I think I don't have a choice at all. Oh no, that's not going to work. Well, we tried. Good night. No, that's fine. You can actually go back up the hill, though. Crash and all. The rocks might actually be three-dimensional, so I might hit them and go clunk. Yes, I did. Alright, so let's try this again. But at least get myself back on the road here. Now, I wonder if I can actually get myself up the hill. I probably should be able to. Plunk! Wow, that was a big hill. Let me try that again. Almost had it. Yeah, see that like huge gap there? That's what took me out. Let's get past it. All right. Why not have fun? This is the part of the hill you don't want to be on. But who cares? The winds were blowing from the opposite direction. You always want to take off into the wind, but I mean, today was a bit of a challenge. We are picking up speed though. And that hill is part of the reason why I don't like taking off in this direction. But not too bad. Okay. So we'll do a flyover of the airport and you'll see what I mean. That's the airport off to my like 11 o'clock. And that hill was why we wound up in the trees and the rocks at the bottom. Because that dip is huge. And it's technically not part of the runway. Yeah. But believe it or not, that's actually an airport. Now, I could probably set the trim and leave it alone, but I don't think I'm going to use autopilot today. Also, the weather's quite smoky out here. Or hazy. Smoky, hazy. But we're finally up in the air after some plane-ending mishaps. We're making it. I think I can just barely still make out the airport. And I think this is an actual proper airport out here. I think. Certainly looks like it. How fast am I going? I'm not going that fast. I'm gonna have to climb a bit more to get over this this hill. It would also be a hot day, making my engine work even harder. I'd probably assume that's the case. Give me just a bit, guys. Gotta check on my cat. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. One of my cats was getting into mischief, so I just had to check up on him. So I'm probably somewhere between 90 and 100 knots. No, wait. That's more than that. Is it? That's, yeah, between 90 and 100 knots. Okay. Wow. The hills are windy. Wow. Definitely loads of wind out here. Wow. Sheesh, welcome to the Columbia River. And yeah, I was up in the mountains. And I believe that's I-84 below. Crazy. So, hopefully everyone is doing well. I am just chilling out tonight. I was thinking about doing some scenery dev tonight, but my brain just wasn't in it. So I figured, grab the controls of an aircraft, and go flying. I think I like the idea, but it is so hazy or smoky out here. Hey Lyles, good to see you. Welcome aboard, my friend. Happy to have you with me. I am in Microsoft Flight Simulator, and we are doing a little bit of general aviation flying tonight. Just chilling out, having fun. Crashed the plane a couple times. All good. No crash damage, just like, infinite insurance. This is the Robin 100. It's a nice looking plane. I kind of like it actually. And as you can tell, it's not very fast. We're probably like maybe 95 miles an hour right now. But I think I might want to fly somewhere else because it's so smoky out here. And dry. I usually don't fly up this way very much, so I'm definitely out of my element. But I don't know, sometimes that's a good thing, maybe? What's interesting is how the winds, push you and bump you around when you're flying close to hills and stuff. But when you cross over a hilly range and you come above it and out the other side, it's beautiful. Don't mind me playing with a trim and enjoying some scenery at about maybe 2,300 feet. As we do our best to fight probably a humid or at least hot and dry day, which is probably going to mess with my ability to squeeze any performance out of this plane, especially since it's not a turboprop. But that's fine. I mean, added bonuses, I think we might be going slow enough to see some wildlife if there's any fauna in the area. Maybe some bears. Wow. Man. Kinda got sucked into this this valley. Whose idea was it to go flying here? Oh, wait, it was mine. Wow. It is turbulent. Where are we actually? Oh, we did go flying past Dallas. I think I wanted to go more northeast, but this scenery is kind of nice too. Gotta watch out for those power lines. Oof. You couldn't get this kind of detail out of a flight sim, you know, 6 or 7 years ago, without really having to do something major or have really top-notch hardware. You couldn't get this kind of level of detail 10 years ago. I mean, in 2020 you could with Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 being released. Ooh, what's that? Is that a junkyard? Ooh, look at that. That's neat. Does look like a junkyard. Huh, don't typically see that. Just above 3,000 feet right now, and the landscape seems to be getting greener the further north we fly, which is good. That's good. And also, my sim is pretty loud. Hopefully that helps. Let me go even quieter. That should probably distinguish my voice from the sim. Yeah, we should be fine. Well, now that we're higher up and past whatever haze that was back in Oregon, I think we're looking good. I want to say that's Mount Rainier, but I don't know. Because, I mean, if we're flying this fast and we're going to pass Mount Rainier, then we're going to see Seattle pretty soon. And I don't think we're that close to Seattle. At this rate, we're not going to get to Seattle for like, a good couple of hours. So I'm not going to be flying a plane this slow over there. In fact, it might be prodigious of me to point my nose towards Kilo Yankee Kilo Mike and keep it pointed there. I think that's like a field slash airbase, but we'll see. I also hope you're having a very good evening. Thanks for keeping me company, friend. Actually, the landscape looks really nice out here. You know me, I'm usually flying something big and heavy or flying something sleek and fast, so I don't spend too much time looking at like the terrain going by slowly. Usually goes by pretty quickly. It'll go by slowly when I'm like at 30,000 and 40,000 feet, but you're not going to see much of it. Okay, so I am heading in the general direction of the airport, which is good. Endless, unaltered forest. Well, you're in the state for that. Willing they are well on their way to getting back on their feet with the recent unpleasantness. But man, these vistas are incredible. I just wish it wasn't so bumpy today. Wait a minute. Wow. I wonder what that is up ahead. That can't be right. Is it? Is that what I think it is? No, that's just a rock face. Okay. Okay. Let's point it back towards like 040 or something like that. 030 even. Okay. So we're kind of going for this little wall another 20 minutes up the way. Wow, it is bumpy. Almost makes me wonder if I should come down from these hills. Okay, that's cleaner. And now that I'm on the other side of these hills, I can keep going. More this way. Yeah, I see people do streams like where they fly slow airplanes, and I like listening to them every once in a while. I many times don't fly this slow because I kind of don't know where to go or what to talk about or what to do. But this is nice. Like it's nice to go through these areas and to see things I don't typically see when I fly big heavy aircraft. It is nice to see. picking up a teensy bit of speed. Carry that with us to our destination airport. That's a little quieter for me. Okay. Yeah, so we're not going very fast at all, so it's going to take us a little while to get to KYKM. Is it? Yeah. I could accelerate time, but I'm not going to. The whole point is to enjoy the scenery. And it looks like we're going to be going above a valley, so I might get boxed around a little bit. I'm not doing too bad. Typically around this point of night, I'm either trying to build something for scenery, or I'm just like watching other people stream, or I'm trying to relax. If I'm being transparent, I've had some sincere difficulty chilling out at night over the past like couple of months, but my prayer is that I am starting to get into a more relaxed mode and just enjoying the blessings that God has given me. I really want that. Wow, so close you can see the trees in detail. So many of them. Well, we ain't doing too bad right now. Still don't see any bears. I probably scared them away when I crashed the plane at the beginning. No, all seriousness aside, taking off from that airport is challenging when you are going to be doing it, opposite of what you probably should be. I probably should have just taken off into the wind, shooting myself off the side of that hill, and I probably would have fared much better than trying to take off into the hill, which is again risky at best. Oof, that's strange. This doesn't feel like I moved at all. I mean, clearly I have, because I'm going past the mountain. Yeah, we're getting closer. We're just taking our sweet time getting there. Plays are getting a bit sparse out here. I do kind of like this plane, even if it seemingly goes slower than a Cessna 172. Fuel right now is 76%. We started at 88%. Oof, wow. Definitely covering ground. I wonder what it must have been like to explore this place in the pioneer era before, clearly before um, well-defined methods of transportation, road networks, when, you had like horses or like, oxen to pull a wagon with people and supplies. I mean, the views up here. It's crazy. Is it just me, or is it about to get even drier? I don't know. Can't tell. Okay, I think Mount Rainier is way off that way. Good out here. Let's see. Okay, I get it now. let's adjust the view a teensy bit. That's better. Definitely up pretty high. Can't make out the airport yet. Seems so, beat with turbulence up here. Also, I am flying this thing without an autopilot right now. If I don't wreck the plane coming into land here, I'll be happy. What is that out there? I can't tell. Looks like a small town, but I don't know. Yeah, we are definitely getting close. Kind of surprised if I don't see it. I think it might be this, but I don't know. Almost 5,000 feet in the air, so it may be time for me to start descending, but I'll wait to see the airport first so I know where I'm descending to. And my guess is it's going to be just off my nose. Thank you to anyone watching or lurking right now or watching the replay. My name is Digi Driver. We are in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. And 5 years, how time flies. Iowa Scotsman, my friend. Appreciate your support as always. Welcome. We're in FS2024. We're flying the Robin, I think D100, and we are in the Northwest. Just enjoying a little bit of not so low and slow flying, high and slow flying. But I took off after I crashed twice at Pointers Airport. 5 years and 1 month. And we've been flying with determination to Kilo Yankee Kilo Mike, which I think should be coming up not too much further out. I still can't see the airport. I wonder... No, I don't see anything here. That wouldn't make sense, would it? Isn't the airport here? That's just a little weird. Or is it further up next to the hillside? Well, that's not an airport, so there's that. Not directly overhead the airport, I don't think. Definitely a town, no airport though. Yeah, it's got to be further up. Gotta be further up. So, it should theoretically be off my 11 or 10 o'clock very shortly. So why can't I see it? Is it out here? Sim says there should be an airport around here, but I don't see it. Nope, I don't see it actually. Unless it's in the middle of all this. No, I don't see an airfield there. Oh, wait a minute. Is that the airfield? I don't know. Oh no, it's way north of where I am. That's weird. So I wonder if it's right up next to the hills. It could be. Because if that's the case, it's on the other side of this. Because I don't see any runway. Yep. I think it's on the other side of these hills. And it's a basically east-west runway. How much fuel do I have? 71%? Still good. Not bad. Not bad. Stand by, chat. Let me get up and stretch my legs. So for Thursday night, we're not doing bad for a flight. We're going to an airport I've never gone to before. Flying an aircraft that I can't recall the last time I did, like, at all. Even, um, what's the phrase? Half seriously? Okay, yeah. We're definitely gonna be coming over this range. It's interesting the adventures you get into sometimes. So once I get over the range, I'll probably do an upwind crossing. And let me look out my right side. And my guess is the airport's over that direction. Oh, wait, I see it. Right about there. So let's go upwind, start prepping. Wow, actually made it. There it is. So I think overall I'm probably like 2, 3 grand off the ground. So north-south runway as well. So wait, does that runway even work? Something makes me think it doesn't. I don't think so. I think that one's shut down. Or maybe I'm wrong. There's the field. Okay, well it's not marked with an X. Right, so let's start our turn. Wait. Which way should I go? Well, I'll tell you what, I like my chances on the longer runway. And since I don't necessarily care about wind direction right now because I'm flying a slow enough plane, I think I'm going to go for runway 27. So hazy out here. Sheesh. Considering I've been flying for about 45 minutes, the passage of time seems about right. And still have quite a bit of fuel. Give me some flaps. Take our sweet time getting lined up. Once upon a time, Microsoft Flight Simulator tried to remove things from satellite imagery, and I'm glad that FS2024 just has like the raw like filtered, not filtered, the raw satellite imagery, because I think the attempts they made to remove it didn't work so well, so I guess just left it alone this time. I don't mind seeing flattened cars on the road. Right, give me some trim, give me some trim, and some flaps. Yep, gears down because it's welded. Okay. Not the butteriest landing, but we certainly got it done. Bring the flaps back in. And welcome down to KYKM. Let's go ahead and taxi off the main drag here. Now, if I am going to keep doing this, it might behoove me to learn a little bit more about the area I'm flying through, but I will say the scenery did look nice of what we flew over. So grateful for the opportunity to have flown tonight. If I'm going to do anything else on the computers, but I'm just going to be playing retro games. Um, and we'll see how the rest of this week plays out. I look forward to seeing some of my friends back in the virtual skies again. Like one of my friends who usually flies on YouTube on the weekends. And occasional visits from friends like Nathan's Planes and a bunch of other streamers I like to hang out with, including Peerluck. Okay, so parking brake is set. We're not too shabby where we are. Let's go ahead and cut the engine. Yay! Well, thanks. Thanks for the support, my friend. Um, where are we? Let's see. Oh, excuse me. I was in the wrong place. Where are we? We are at KYKM, and it looks like we're by some mini malls. Maxi, Store Hut, Frost, Frost Fashion, and Meal Metro. Actually, these don't look too bad. They actually look pretty good. I'll take this over some of the way more generic weathered models that could use a little bit of love. But then again, they're better than having absolutely nothing, so I'm incredibly grateful for that. Yeah, even the office buildings out here seem to look kind of nice. Yeah, I take back what I said about the house. I'm glad to have that over nothing. And honestly, this office building does not look horrible. I'm gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna say on the whole, the graphical quality of the buildings in FS 2024 is definitely a major step ahead of what we had in the last iteration of our sim. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna say that right now. That's actually really, really good. So I'm happy. Yeah. And let's just shut everything off. Boom. Okay. So that is that. Let's go ahead and park this thing up for now. And I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way with a little bit of debug work. Where's my mouse? There we go. Let's just put the covers and chocks on this thing. Put everything on. There we go. So we locked the prop in place. We've got the covers on again and the chocks in place. And even an extra couple of tags, which I think I missed last time. The printer's still in good condition. Which, considering the mishap we had earlier today, is incredible. Pitot cover is on. We're going to leave it that way. And actually, can you inspect the tires from here? It's okay. It's a very interesting plane. It sure ain't the fastest in the business, but it's neat. Now, don't know why those lights stayed on at all, but is what it is. It could be the light catching in the bulbs. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's what it is. But I'm happy with that. Let's see what real time looks like in the sim. Okay, so the sun's set out here, and man, this looks even more picturesque. All the same, I'm glad I actually flew in here during daylight, because seeing this place at night or with limited visibility probably would have tripped me up a bit. In fact, let me see the overall area. Okay, yeah, this probably would have thrown me off because I wouldn't have been able to see, or I probably wouldn't have clearly been able to see I would have seen the airport lighting long before I would have seen the airport, which is um, programmatically generated, so it is what it is. That's fine. I'm happy for what I have. I wonder if anyone's actually made that airport scenery, though. Be interesting. All right. Well, friends, I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. Thanks so much for tuning in. Appreciate having you all on board. And hopefully you have a good rest of your Thursday or Friday. Um, and I do hope you rest well. Like I always like to say at the end of every stream, if you want true peace, you really do want the Prince of Peace. And that is Jesus. Have a good night, my friends. Enjoy. Thanks for coming along with me. Thanks for saying hi. Definite thanks to Iowa Scotsman for the resub. And as always, friends, take it easy. Have a great night. Much love to all of you. And until next time, we'll see ya. Good night.